Hi, my name is Mirjana Cesar and I am a resident artist at FEIVO, an artist community in Orlando. It is the old motel from 50s that was converted into the 36 artist studios. And this is my gallery studio. Since my early age, I would spend summers with my grandparents in Eastern Croatia. They were both artisans and very creative, so it immersed me into a variety of crafts. For about a decade, I was making my mixed media art, floral themed and fiber art. As you can see behind me, the floral birds. I was also writing articles for certain magazines that are writing about and showing the craft and arts. And then about 5 years ago, actually, we came up to a great idea to do our first art collaboration.
So I was in the animation industry in Croatia and it was going quite well. One day my father told me about an advertisement that he saw in a local newspaper. He said, "Hey, have you seen this? Disney is looking for people here in Zagreb." After a while they chose actually 4 people from Eastern Europe. It just happened that one of them was me. As we were waiting for Disney to come up with a working visa, it just happened that I've been drafted and I ended up in a war. It took them quite a while, like a year and a half. So I was, biting my nails, trying to survive. But actually, everything happened and everything ended up well.
And I remember actually the memory from, traveling from Zagreb to Vienna and scratching my head, like, how am I gonna speak to this American director, I knew English well enough because we start with English in elementary school in Croatia. And of course, through influence, listening to American music and American movies. But still, it was kind of, big deal to find yourself in that kind of position.
I was skipping
right?
lots of those lessons. One day, a production manager stepped in and said, CNN is coming here to make a show about you guys who just came from Russia. Of course, we didn't come from Russia, but it was his joke. So, with only few weeks behind us and my English being so broken, I felt really terribly that I have to sit in front of the cameras and talk about my situation, situation in Croatia, coming over here, and how I felt now being in Disney and part of the Disney family. The highlight was actually working on the Fantasia Continue. And why? Because I had a chance to meet and actually work with Roy Disney, who was a nephew of Roy, brother of Walt. While I was working on Brother Bear, at one point the director came to me and said that they would like me to actually record my voice. So he would like me to record some sentences, some dialogue in Russian. But I said, I don't speak Russian. And he said, well, I don't know, I don't care. It sounds to me Russian. So you just, talk in your language and it's gonna be all right. And it was actually really lots of fun because I had a chance to animate those scenes and give a voice.
When we moved to Orlando, I was focused on raising my family. And after we had 3 kids, it was full house and not much time for anything else. And then in my 40s, I decided to go back to my roots and start creating my first mixed media art. I discovered that I love painting animals. I work pretty intuitively also on it, so sometimes I have a vision and that may change during the course of my paintings. This is one of the current commissions that I am doing. It's almost finished, but I really love doing those 8x10. So anybody who is interested can reach at me at my FEIVO studio or at my website, and I made those. I'm here at my home studio in Orlando. Thank you for stopping by.